Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. So the Lakers win the tip. Down low. Hayes. Second shot opportunity. Stripped it away. Back to White. From the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Now here's White. Holiday surveying the floor. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Doncic right side. Pass to James. Hachimura from long range. It's hauled in by White.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Shit, man.
Holiday with the ball. Here's Cornette. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
What vision from Holiday. Seems to have a knack for getting it to his guys in great spots.
James with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. It's James on the wing.
Shit,
Here's Hayes. And he elevates for the jam. Jason Tatum on the receiving end.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Cornette can't hit.
Come on, Cornette.
You got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
To the middle. Here's Hayes.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning. We talk about Tatum's offense, and for good reason, but his play on the defensive end is really valuable for this team. And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Cornette. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Cornette.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Back to Cornette. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
How about Tatum shredding the D with his passing? So effective in pick and rolls.
Here's James. Pass to Hayes. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. The Celtics making a switch here. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game. And when you talk about the Boston... last year. They were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the fourth best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Boston trailing. 1:49 left in the opening quarter.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
James outside. Hayes with a screen. Pass to Reeves. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Tries the spin move. And there's the rejection. Here's Brown. James with the rebound. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Hachimura sets a screen. Out to James. Pass to Reeves. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And it's James with the 3.
Just zero hesitation from James, trusting his shot.
Doncic on the wing. From downtown. Boston pulls it in.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. In transition, here they come. It's stolen by Holiday. White with it. Hachimura covering. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Cornet. Here's Porzingis. Boston, no good that time either. Outside Reeves. Off the mark there with a 3. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. The Lakers on top, leading by 3. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high-percentage looks.
Big-time move to the rack.
Well, I've been following. 7 for you.
Yeah, so am I. Everybody loves an aerial show. Out to Hachimura. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Cornet at the post. Three-pointer, Holiday. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Doncic. No points yet. Doncic on the take. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Doncic.
Lockdown defense by Porzingis. When he moves his feet to get in position, his length is unbelievable.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Reeves. Just 5 on the clock. Doncic outside. From outside the arc. The Lakers with another miss. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Brown. On the break, Jaylen Brown.
For an athlete like Brown, you salivate. You just start drooling thinking about the open floor. Fast breaks are your friend.
James with the ball. Driving inside.
Shit!
And the layup falls. James got 5 now.
So tough to keep him in front of you. He's always playing on his front foot, using that first step.
Porzingis, high post. Back to Tatum. Outside, Brown. Cornette sets a screen. And here's Brown. This one for 3. The kick to Tatum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Smart play by Tatum, using the fake to get the contact.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some game plan. And the Celtics making a change here. Second free throw, no good. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
I love how physical James is. Terrific at getting defenses to foul him.
That one's off.
Foul.
How about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. He's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
And it's James inside.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
A nice shot by Tatum.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Inside. Here's James. Over to the wing. Here's Lynn. Back to James. And stolen by Porzingis. Left side, Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Tatum on the drive. Rebound by the Lakers. Doncic with it. Now guarded by White. Here's James. Kicks it to Doncic. Hachimura outside. To the inside. Here's Lynn. Horford pulls it in. Celtics lead by 4. Outside Tatum. Now here's White. No points so far. To the paint. Porzingis.
Shit, Porzingis.
Misses the baby hook. Pass to Doncic. Back to James. Out to the right wing. Hachimura, right side. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer. But it's off target. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Boston out in front. They're up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Timeout, timeout. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Celtics lead by 4. RJ, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if the Lakers never traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2021.
Well, they would have had a traditional style of a team. They would have kept Kuzma, KCP, and their 2021 first-round pick. They also would have been able to sign Alex Caruso. They could have kept their championship core together.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
Come on, man.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
Não vão ver, man.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura, equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a three. That's a nice combo.
It's Hayes with the rebound. The Lakers trail. James with the ball. Now guarded by White. On the wing, Hachimura. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the inside. Doncic. Pass to Hayes. James outside. Over White. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
High post Kornet. They kick it out to Porzingis. Back to Kornet. No good. Some solid defense from Hayes. For the lead. The Lakers with another miss.
Defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Pass to White. Outside Porzingis. KP with the three.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Ooh, too long in the paint.
Oh, he's a
3-second violation.
Come on, man.
You look at Derek White, Richard. The energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Doncic outside. Pass to James. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. James has got 11 points.
So unpredictable in pick and roll sets. James just taking what he sees and lets it open up.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by White. Boston leading by 4. Tatum with it. Picked up by Reeves. Tatum showing off the strength.
Oh, you gotta prevent Tatum from getting into the lane, because once he's in there, you're done.
And here's Doncic outside.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Reeves, following the bucket by Boston. And it's James with the jam.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you gotta make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. To the middle. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
That close in against a way shorter defender, you could just put up 2.
Outside Porzingis. Cornet sets a screen. Porzingis is doubled. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And so he hits the technical free throw. And Joe Mazzulla calls time out here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. The Lakers on D. Brown inside. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Connect. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Vanderbilt. Outside Finney-Smith. Pass to Connect. Here's Lynn. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. And another shot. And he lays it up and in. Lynn's got his first points of the game.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Pass to Horford. Got it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Boston out in front. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Despite the lead, Coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. BA?
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Cornet. Doubled by Milton. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's Lynn, defended by Porzingis. Here's Lynn. Milton for three. He can't get that one to fall. Milton with a steal. Good.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. Inside. Here's Kornet. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
I mean, Holiday is a master of the fundamentals, using the tried and true pick and roll to create for his guys.
Boston leading by 3. Outside Tatum. Pass to Kornet. And here's Holiday. Covered by Milton. Back to Kornet. Len pulls it in.
Yeah,
here's Len. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Holiday. Here's Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Kornet. 4 on the clock. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. Clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Banks in the layup. Kornet's gotten 4 this quarter.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
Shit.
And it's James with the jam.
A clutch basket there. The later we get into this game, the more they need him to attack the rim.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Kornet sets a screen. Here's White. He takes it in.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
That free throw.
Shit, man. Come on, man.
And the second free throw is good.
Come on, man.
Lakers trail by 4. Down low. Here's Hayes. Kicks it to Doncic. Here's James. Boston pulls it in.
Shot fell out.
Brown with it. Kornet sets a screen. Clock at 6. Outside Porzingis. Over Hachimura. Again, the miss by Boston.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Shit.
Here's James. And
James
with the jam.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
Now here's Holiday. Back to Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. To the left side wing. Here's Kornet. That one a little long. The Lakers trail. Inside. Can't tie it up. It misses.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Porzingis sets a screen. To to the inside. Nice move. Hey, it's Porzingis slamming it home.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And here we go. The Celtics on the run. He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
Ale, Ale. Mtakito Ale, mbabaru ya, kaka.
Pass to Holiday. And there's the drive. Here's Cornette. Porzingis with room to shoot. Again, the miss by Boston. So we see the Celtics get the win here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that about wraps it up for Richard Jefferson.
On this neck, his. Spray. Oh, we're just stuck, man.